Hey guys, day three. Uh, Today was also a good day. I went back to work today. It was pretty chill. I didn't have to do much. I was mostly sitting down, so that was nice. Changed my bandages, which was good. So the pressure bandage is off because I hope that I'm not still bleeding at day three. But actually went really well. It wasn't as tender as I thought it would be. Um, yeah, the tape required a bit of to come off, but then after that it was fine. Had a shower, like with everything exposed, just let some water run over it and clean up any like dried blood and things like that off it, and it actually didn't hurt. Just speaking to different people though over the past couple of days, I honestly think the reason that I'm coping really well with the sensitivity issues that a lot of guys have is because my foreskin was rolled back for so long prior to getting cut. I think that has been like a huge benefit because my glands are already they're already sort of toughened. One of my friends I was talking to, he said about like how when we've seen pictures of other guys who've been cut as adults, like their glands are very like pink and fleshy and shiny. And I compared them to a hermit coming out of a cave, and I said that because my glands have been exposed for so long, that they're a warrior. I thought that was funny. And yeah, so I think it's actually made this process a whole lot easier. Still like a bit swollen. Someone else I was talking to says I have the rubber ring effect, which is pretty self-explanatory. Just when I'm swollen, it's all behind my glands, and it's just this shiny rubber ring around my dick before you get to the cut line, and then the rest is just swollen shaft. Yeah, I've rebandaged it with some gauze and the cream that I mentioned in my first video, which one of you guys was nice enough to point out isn't actually to help with scarring. It's an antibacterial ointment, so it's to stop infections. Also a good thing. Funny little side story. So the gauze that the doctor used on me when he wrapped me up on Tuesday was quite long, so he could just kind of like stretch it out, fold it into thirds, put the cream on, and it wrapped all the way around. He didn't give me one of those, so I had to get gauze from my workplace, and the gauze squares just aren't as long, so I've had to like tape 3 gauzes together and fold them in thirds for it to wrap around, which also is just a weird girth flex, I guess. Like I require 3 gauzes to wrap around my dick. There you go. This wasn't supposed to get dirty and sexual, but there we go. And yeah, it's doing really well now. I'm still in my marble soft pajama shorts. One of the things that I've sort of, the people that I've been speaking to who've gone through this before or who have helped other guys go through this as adults is just because like obviously it's still very swollen and it's going to change from day to day so much between now and the next, like not even the next month, like the next like 4 to 6 months. I think lots of changes are going to happen. And I was just thinking about like, well, the scar looks really close to the glands and that's not where I wanted it, since this is for aesthetics and preference and things like that. And just like the swelling and things like that. And everyone I spoke to sort of said that like, I can't judge it on what it's going to look like now to what the finished product is going to look like. And so that's something I'm really trying to take on board, just a thing of like, appreciate every day that changes until it settles, and when it settles, like that'll be my dick for the rest of my life, and that's fantastic. So just taking a step back, and not trying to necessarily figure out, being like, oh well, once the swelling goes down, it should, be here or be there or whatever. Something that I didn't even really bother to look at because I never really sort of considered it until someone else pointed out to me. It was like what my frenulum looks like. And the doctor has gone to great pains to keep my frenulum intact. It's still there. I didn't have a a thing on it either way. I still said to the doctor, like, what are you going to do to my frenulum? And he said he'd wait until we got into the procedure to have a look and find out, and that's what he did. And yeah, he's left it intact. I guess he didn't think it needed to be changed or altered in any way. Personally, my frenulum is like a pleasure spot for me. That might not be the case for everyone else. And I've had a lot of cut guys say that even if they've had their frenulum excised, that like the groove of like where their glands meet their shaft and underneath that is still a pleasure spot for them. So I think we'll just have to wait and see sort of what role my frenulum plays in my new dick when it's healed and I can get hard and not have to worry about stitches ripping out and everything like that. Yeah, that's been my day. I also woke up today to see that, because I posted my first video last night, and I woke up to see that it had like 50 something views, which was really surprising. So thank you to everyone who's watching. Thank you to everyone who's commenting. I'm glad that we haven't had any nasty comments yet. That's appreciated. And all the encouragement of the guys who've watched these videos and have said that I should keep making them. Like, thank you. It's made me feel a lot better about it. Yeah, I don't necessarily feel like I'm speaking out to a void anymore. I know that there are people on the other end watching this, and whether it's because you already are circumcised or because you know me and so you're watching it just to see what I'm saying, or if you're doing your own research and you're considering getting circumcised yourself, like, I'm glad that people are watching. There was... Oh, the other thing I would say is that, I changed my bandages today, so I don't think my next update will be until like maybe a week post. So this is day 3, so day 7 I'll do another video and post that, and we'll see how we go from there. If you have any questions, like, ask them in comments. I would say like and subscribe, except I don't have anything else on my channel to really like show off or sell or anything like that. So just keep watching, I guess. All right. Good morning or good afternoon or good night, wherever you are in the world. Have a great time, guys.